Hey you guys, it's Jade. So today I want to show you a new technique. Well, it's new to me anyway. You guys might have been doing it forever, I don't know. But I'm going to show you how to use a stamp to make a embellishment. Not on paper, but an actual embellishment on clay. I'm going to be using a Unity stamp, and the one I'm going to be using is this one. And it turns out to look like this right here. And I used it on one of my G45 layouts. And so let's get started. So I recently just got one of these pasta flattener thingies from Michael's. I don't know what it's exactly called, but that's what I'm going to call it. Pasta flattener thingy. Yeah. You can patent that if you want to. So you take your clay, and I used the female brand clay. It's the baking clay. Yeah, we're going to cook. Which I've recently found this is like the only thing that I can cook, because I can't cook whatsoever. So if anybody wants to send me baked goods, feel free. I'm just kidding. But, alright, so you take your clay, and the clay is actually like harder than I thought it would be, but you just knead it. Yeah, you knead it. Okay. So, and then you put it in your little pasta flattener and flatten. Okay. And I have it on setting 5. You probably can't. Yeah, you can. It's right there, setting 5. And then it comes out nice and flat like that. Let me see if this will fit. Yeah, it fits perfectly. So then you take your stamping block and put it right where you want it. I want it right there. And then I take another wooden stamp and I put it on top of it, because you want to get a really good impression and you want it even. And then I go ahead and press down pretty hard. And then I'll use a brayer, because I want to make sure that it's impressed into the clay, and then I want to make sure I get an even impression. So just like that. Okay. And then I furthermore press. Because I've tried it several times, and sometimes you don't get a good impression, and it sucks. Because you have to kind of start from the beginning and re-flatten your clay and everything. So yeah, that came out pretty good. And you'll have to use a spatula to kind of pick it up. Make sure you don't rip your clay. And before I actually used one of my one of the brown non-stick mats, which is a lot easier, but it's icky and I don't want to share that with you guys. So there's the impression right there, and then I'm just gonna cut it out, and I'm actually gonna use scissors. Because it's so easy to cut. So there is my finished product, and I am going to bake this, and it says on there to bake at 230 for 30 minutes. And I know I'll need adult supervision, so if your kids are doing it, make sure they get adult supervision, blah blah blah. Anyway, so I'm going to go do that, and I will be right back. And after baking, it turns out looking like this. You can see that. There we go. So it turns out pretty good. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a sanding tool and just sand it down a little bit. And just because I want it to look a little bit vintage and roughed up. Okay. So then I'm going to take some Rub and Buff, and this is the gold. My hands are all gross. And I'm just going to start rubbing that on. Am I weird that I love the way that Rub and Buff smells? Don't tell anybody. Okay. And I don't want like an even coat, because like I said, I want it to be a little distressed. But you can definitely do what you like. And another thing that you can do with this is actually paint it. I want it to look a little vintagey, so that's why I'm using the Rub and Buff. And then it turns out to look like that. So of course all the raised areas get the color. And then I'm going to take my sanding tool one more time and just go over it. And that is it, you guys. So before I go, I'll show you in detail the layout. Let me move this. Again, I used a picture of my sister, and I distressed that picture, and again, that little embellishment. I took some roses and glimmer misted them, distressed them a little bit. This is a Madame Daphne charm right here. And then this little quote says, "A good snapshot stops a moment from running away." I have another Unity stamp here. And I have this little brass frame. And I actually, this frame was silver and I took some Rub and Buff on there. I have a cutout of a Graphic 45 lady there, another one here, Tim Holtz timepiece there, some brass flowers, and this is a crochet flower from, I believe, Reagan. I'll put her her YouTube at the bottom here. I have a peacock feather, and I just bent back the edges of this paper here. And then I have a border that I cut out. You can see that. Tattered Angels glimmer chip. And then here, I just cut a hole, bent back the edges. I have these little trinket charms here. It says time, and then just took a piece of paper and wrote less, so timeless. A couple more flowers on the edges, and that is about it, you guys. Of course, I'll follow with some pictures afterwards. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you learned something, I guess. Thanks, guys.
I haven't got a clue if you're the one, but I like you, and ooh, I like how you make me feel. I wanna do this right, don't wanna waste this night, but I'm drowning in your love. Bring me flowers and talk for hours, and ooh, I like you, and ooh, I like how you make me feel. Kiss my